Usually when Rom plays me, he beats me. He's quite good, but also it's a counter pick. He plays Yang and also Yun, I think. But here I played him and he fucking went Ken. Also I dropped rank, but I went back up after fighting him. His Ken. It's not the best Ken I played, but I'm impressed that his Ken is this good. You know what I mean? I've never seen him play Ken in my life. But there were a lot of little things where his risk reward wasn't alright. Ah, that would have fucking killed. We've punished. Ugh. Hmm. Jump back roundhouse. If you parry that, I was still okay. Hi, Glar. I don't know if that was a punish. Look at my combo. It was max range. You see what I did? I've been in that scenario before, and that's actually optimal. It looks goofy, though, doesn't it? Jump roundhouse, stand roundhouse. Yeah, I got him. I missed my forward dash, so I just got an awkward-looking walk. I just held forward. I held the second forward. Looked hella dumb. I could have died. He looked like he was shaking super quick, too. Yeah, I've been partnered forever. I've been partnered since it was hard to get partnered. I could have punished that with far forward. Yeah. YOLO parry. The OS parry block. Twins normally don't get juggled by Oro. So I was surprised to see that he was ready for that reset. Ah! I thought it was dead OS at first, but it wasn't. Remember that at the time, and I just checked again this time to see whether it was. I was like, oh no, it's probably either raw confirmed, he just did it. Unconfirmed, I should say. Or it was a range confirm. It's hard to say, I was like near the tip range. I thought I'd punish. I didn't have a combo from that jump roundhouse. I did it too high. You can do it later. I just didn't. Oh no, help. I actually would like 12. I played 11 for the first time recently. I literally changed the settings like one time. Well, this might be different anyway because it's a replay. But one time I just went into fucking video or something and I just did a different blitter. And then, like, I never changed it back. I could probably change it right now. I forget why I did it. I think my controller wasn't working and I was just changing any setting I could. It ended up being Steam. I saw it was on the ground, so I just blocked. I'll have you know the twins came from New Generation. I'm not 100% sure I could name what version of Street Fighter 3 every character came from. Maybe I could. Or is NG. So is Dudley and Elena. Oro, SF5 double jump, almost guaranteed, I feel. It's not like broken or anything for him to have it. That was a failed hard fireball, but I still got to punish it. It was kind of cool. Look how fast he was mashing. You guys see that shit? There's already a couple double jump-ish moves in the game. Especially now that double jumps are weaker. Counter hit punishable. It's like guaranteed he's going to have it. I doubt double jump will even be B skill. I think it's probably just going to be its own thing. It's possible it's gonna be V skill. It's not really like, I don't know. I can't think of a reason I would use it in Street Fighter 5. We're gonna have to wait and see how the mechanics affect that kind of thing. Nice parries. Actually got the upward version of that, which is slightly more useful. I did it delayed. No! Did he do medium DP? Character inexperience. Oro was crouching for the recovery of his uppercut. He should have done strong, fierce, fireball, super. There were a lot of little things where it's like, you know, he'd never been in that scenario before, I feel. So he just did the wrong thing. I love universal overhead there. I feel like the characters make the fighting game. And I feel like SF5 actually had too many returning characters at launch. So it didn't feel worth playing over Street Fighter 4. You know what I mean? Bonk. There we go. But I feel like just about every single new Street Fighter 5 character has knocked it out of the park. Like Abigail, like Colleen, like Zeku, like Laura, like Rashid, like Fong. Most of them have really cool designs and really fun and unique gameplay styles. Menat, a good one. The new characters are great. I said that over and over at launch. I was like, they need new characters. When they announced Season 1 was like 6 returning characters, like I was like, no, this is not the way. And when they announced Season 2 was all new characters, and Akuma, I was like, oh yeah. Where's the confirm? I would say most characters feel redesigned that are returning. Maybe not most. But Birdie is like nothing like his old version. Not nothing, but like very little. Who's another one who's super different? It's the Shoto Juggle. Dawson wasn't the one. Nash. Nash was the one I was going to say. Nash is like a fully new character. My far strong. Good confirm. Poison's completely different. Cody has, what, one special move in common? No, two. Zonk and Criminal Ruffian Kick. Nice, the hit crouching, but I got a kind of whack confirm, so my fireball hit fully. I had the wrong thing. The right punish. G is super cool. I would call G one of the best new designs, both gameplay and visual. I like that they managed to make the final fight chain good. That was cool. A lot of characters in SF5 are like my favorite version of that character. Like Honda. Like Blanca. Oh, the red. You guys are going to hate me when I say this, but my favorite version of Jury is the SF5 one. I like the resource management stuff. I like her DP. Oh yeah, Dan, he's one of them. I was greedy. If I parried that, I could have won. Isn't that funny? I wouldn't have won with a single unblockable loop from that, but I would have come close to winning with an unblockable loop until I ran out of meter. Again, I did the same fucking thing. Look at this dumbass super. What did it do? Look how stupid it was. This is the worst super I've ever done. Ah, too early. Bit awkward. Very awkward. Once again, I did the exact same thing. Yeah. That doesn't work on Ken most of the time. I mistimed it too. I think that was still a punish. I mean, Gil doesn't really have much to compare him with. You've either got the fucking broken, unplayable boss version. That actually whiff punished my overhead. Oh, can I win? Can I get one low parry and win? Is that the kind of game we're playing? Is that the kind of character Oro is? One low parry and then you just win? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. He parried enough that one of the super hits hit after my launch. Hello. I would say Jury is one of the least straightforward characters. Or she was at launch. Maybe not so much as Minot or Dawson. Oh. We in. He's like that, the low. Oh, I fucked it up though. Oh, Beth. I was on borrowed time for that round anyway. Things are looking a little dire. I better turn it on, right? Tengu stones. I dropped the loop too many times. I was like, I did. I instinctively went beneath him for SA2 loops, but I'm running SA3, so it was better to keep him in the corner. Bit dumb. I'm a bit dumb. Also, an EX uppercut combo was the play to dizzy him, because if I dizzied him, the follow-up combo to kill him would have built back the meter from the EX uppercut. Like, fully built it back. Or his meter build is insane. He builds over a full EX per combo. You reversal something. Doesn't matter what reversal it is, even if it's super, it doesn't work. I have a terrible desync right now, or I don't have a desync. That's what it looks like if you don't desync the stones. I couldn't get anything going, you could see. The stones didn't cover me at all. Last time I was doing this, I mentioned a desync and someone commented asking what the fuck it was. Basically, you can desynchronize your normals with the stone hits, so they cover each other. So there ends up not being a window to hit normals between them. Yeah, could have died right there. That fireball, I didn't want it. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. Okay. He crossed me up and I got a fucking cross up because I had charge. Stupid. If you're just holding straight back and someone crosses you up and then you hit punch, you can't get a charge move. You have to do like a down back to back or something like that. Which is probably what I did. There has to be a change in directions. Akuma, the worst he's ever been is probably like SVC or something. MVC2, he's still okay. He's not great. But like in the grand spectrum of balance in that game, he's still probably top half. No, he's like comfortably top half. Anyone ever play Lily in Cross Tekken? She had a special move, quarter circle forward punch, that I swear to God was like a Rekka, but there was only one of them. She just bonked you. Like imagine Faye first Rekka and no second or third Rekka. That's what her special move was like. That mistake. What was he trying to do? Fireball? He got an accidental hard DP. Ah, I should have could have shifted to block. Wasn't ready. Help. How will Baf steal this round away? Does your guess involve a Tengu? Chun-Li's weakest appearance. Yeah, probably MVC 2. She's good in both MVC 3 and Infinite. It's hard to say though, because other characters are good too. Oh, it's coming close. This is a first to 5, and we're both at 4. He didn't quick stand. Madman. I do that on him a few more times. And then I'm like, bruh, this is fake. Quick stand. That comboed because he was crouching. Max meter build, baby. Once I got the full super, I just killed him. I would tentatively say that she's weak-ish in most versions of SF4. In vanilla, she's like top half, I think. In super, she's like top 5. Ugh. And then from AE onwards, I think she was like middling. Ugh. Ah, I ran out. Isn't that the worst? Ooh, help! Dash in, dash out far forward to punish the Sotek. Nothing made her beefy and super except the meta. I actually didn't stop fighting Rom there. We went in for more. At the end of it, it was like GG, GG, and then it was like more? Because he was the only player on. People were very in love with Kiko Show in Super. I don't remember if they nerfed it or how they nerfed it. But it was a big deal to get that, because she had a hard time landing Ultra in Vanilla. Yes. There's no chance that people are going to remember anything except Vanilla SF5 and the final version. And the Vanilla one won't be remembered fondly, I feel. It'll just be like, hey, remember when we all lost to Nash? Ugh, he actually lived. I was very timid with my mix-ups. I usually don't go low. If you're keen, you might notice. There's no point. People already alternate blocking directions. Blocking low is insane, or blocking high is insanely risky. Balrog turnaround punches. Season 3 Abigail, everything. Season 3 Abigail trigger. Mika never stopped being good. I feel like people put so much value on the mid-screen like clap thing. Mika hasn't. I feel like Mika, like that's the only substantial balance change Mika's ever gotten in SF5. I feel, and I don't think it was like a huge deal. She also lost Oki on reverse V-reverse. That was a pretty big deal too. Mika got a better EX shooting Peach. That shit was actually not very good at launch. You had to be insanely close to EX shooting Peach to a fireball at launch, and that made her really weak to fireball characters who were actually like the best characters in the game. Chun-Li, Ryu, Ken, Nash. Worst iteration of a character in SF5? Probably Season 2 Alex. Or one of the Vegas. Or Fong. No, I don't think Launch Jury. Season 2 Alex was worse, I think. Season 2 Alex literally had no ATR. That's not a game. That's not a killer, but it's annoying. Look at that anti-air. Launch Laura I wouldn't say was awful, but she's definitely massively buffed since then. People got better at Laura too, I think. I think people didn't acknowledge. People weren't aware of when and how you could get away with charging thunderclaps in neutral, and now I think people generally know that. But also, she's been buffed to shit since launch. So she's definitely on the. She's definitely like. She went from like bottom half to like top fucking 10 or something. I don't know if I call her top 10. Probably not. I always said Nash is only pretend good. Launch Nash. Ah, I didn't back up enough. I'll get it next time. Launch Nash. Moonsaults were like 10 times worse because of lag frames. And so were overheads. And so were dash in, random dash in. And those three things are like three of the things that Season 1 Nash just rode. When they lowered the input leniency from 8 frames to 5 frames, it was like everything Nash had that you had to react to very quickly got 3 frames slower. And that's a huge difference when it's like react to this or not. 3 extra frames to react to something that's already technically reactable is like, you know. I've been meaning to make a video about that forever. The difference between if someone just does raw dash in and then both players hit jab, the difference in health depending on whose jab connects is massive on the outcome of the match. That's a bigger problem before than it is now. It's not a huge issue these days because now people can actually jab check dashes on reaction fairly easily. In Season 1 and 2, I got smacked by raw dashing all the time. I was late there. But nowadays, I jab almost every dash. Ah! Did he spend the meter? I didn't look. I mean, really, it was more like 3 frames of lag. Even like the fighting games with the least input leniency imaginable only have like 3 frames of input lag. So it's like 5 compared to them. You can't have no input lag. I crossed him up. I wanted car through there and I didn't get it, but I still grabbed him. I cashed that early. I think it still kills. I have a little bit more of that combo. I got meter back because of that, baby. Look at that. Look at my meter. Valuable. Remember the massive changes to Laura VT1? Look at that cross-cut parry. And then I dropped the combo. I remember there was a poll on our Street Fighter asking what the worst trigger in the game was, and in Season 1. And naturally, Dalsum VT1 was the worst. But second place was, well, I mean, there was only VT1s back then. Worst was Dalsim, but second worst was Laura, which I was like, maybe. It felt weird to say, because she gets so much damage off of an EX Thunderclap in trigger. Damage and Oki. How on earth did I end up with a jump in out of that scenario? He meant to forward jump and he got a neutral jump, and he still got like the instant air EX Tatsu, so it looked hella stupid. And then I YOLO'd low, because I figured he would be expecting an overhead. Fong's was considered to be better than, and Vegas were both considered to be better than Laura's in Season 1, according to everyone. Didn't she have Oki? I remember Oki. Am I wrong? I thought she had literally like loops. I thought you had meaty light shoulder. Wasn't that a thing? Or was that season 2? I thought I remember that season 1. Damn. Was that really season 2? I guess I believe it. Ah, he still got the quick stand. That's hard to do. He inputted it early probably, or he got the perfect timing. Ah. EX low forward into EX fireballs whiffed on me so many times now. Imagine we super cancel that low jab. I mean low short. That's not great. It's been too long since season 1, I don't remember, even though I played her. I didn't really truly feel like I was playing SF5 until probably Akuma. Played Laura, played Guile, played Ibuki, and then Akuma. And Akuma, I was like, I'm kind of getting it. But I didn't actually get like good until Sakura. Look at that. Look at that desync. You see that? See all those stone hits? That was a desync that allowed for that. It's kind of better to get repeated resets than a full combo, though. Good, 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 good. Oh, just like that. A random jump in. It's like, oops, you didn't anti-air. Eat fucking 40%. Stole it. My favorite thing about anime fighters is the 2A anti-airs. Not 2A. 6A. I did it. Look. On blocks. It's meme unblockable. Should have gone for another rep of it for the stun. Anti-air block. He was looking for stomp. Just trying to play safe. That shit with anti-airs and anime fighters is tight as fuck. It's so cool to be able to get like a fucking launcher anti-air and then like a jump cancel from it or like a special move cancel or whatever your character gets. SF5 almost doesn't have that. You got Abigail has that with Quetch Fierce and it's fucking shitty, but it's there. EX Tatsu sucks versus Aura, by the way. Don't ever use it. Abigail Crouch Fierce launches as an anti-air. That shit is cool. You get Run Punch or Giant Flip. Shit feels good. It's so simple, but it just feels so good. Getting an anti-air combo is just a great feeling. If I ever make a fighting game, it'll have that. My idea is that, well, I think I've told you guys my fighting game idea. I don't know who here would remember it. Maybe Crookie. But it was like variations times 2, basically. Street Fighter, I mean, Mortal Kombat 11 variations. It would be like choose your special moves. And my idea was that parries would be in the game, but special moves wouldn't be parryable. So if you anti-air with DP, then it was just a clean 100% anti-air. But if you anti-aired with like a fucking 6A or a crouch fierce or whatever, if you anti-air with a normal, they can parry it. But the anti-air buttons would lead to combos, whereas the anti-air DP would just be a DP. So it'd be like, you know, what do you want? And the anti-air buttons would still be like upper body invincible or whatever. Look at me, no respect. Walking car throw after the cross up. Hello. What do you mean finally caught a stream? I've seen you hear it tons of times. I did one parry into air throw, but Ken's EX Tatsu actually hits fast enough that it beats my air throw. If I'm grounded, EX Tatsu is garbage. If I'm airborne, it's broken. I didn't like finish the thought. I got distracted. Usually it's good in general. Ken's air EX Tatsu, I would call one of the best EX moves in the game. But against Oro, he's so short that it usually whiffs on him if he's grounded, even if he's standing. Ah! I parried and he parried. Ah, that was greedy. Sometimes I'll do that just to eat the punish and get out of the corner. But the problem is with Ken is if he does dash in into low forward super, I literally like get cornered again after the Oki. Because you can't quick stand the super. Trade an EX Fireball into a DP. It's not really a thing that ever happens. Possible? Probably not. Maybe. I got close forward. I could have buffered a cancel. You're not really ever throwing EX Fireballs in a position where they can trade. It's like fucking weird whenever it actually happens. I dash parry. No respect. Ah, I can't believe he was blocking that long. Usually when I do a super delayed EX uppercut like that, they decide that they're... Ugh! That was the worst fireball of all time. That was a really unsafe fireball. Fireballs are always like -10 or so. But usually the pushback makes them safe-ish. But if the opponent's cornered, there's no pushback. It's like that in Street Fighter 4 and 5 as well. Got him. Young Oro. I don't want that. Oro's only character trait is that he's old. I didn't want that charge. That was a whiff punish. The most godlike whiff punish of all time. You guys see that shit? I whiff punish sweep with dash in. Why'd it do that? Why'd it do that? Ah. I had a punish there. That was not it. If he was good, he was looking for parry. Or a penis, I would pay $1. I pay a good amount of money. I'd pay $50 if it meant that there was going to be a penis framing game. I don't know if I'd pay more than 50. It was like, well, we could do a penis frame or not, but it depends on whether you give us $50. I'd be like, and then I do it. If it was $100, I don't think so. Mm-mm. He dashed in as I dashed out. Was he looking for parry? That was a weird thing to do. The dinosaur is just a toy. And then the blue things are hydrants. That's what hydrants look like in Brazil, apparently. Someone told me that once. You can really make a hydrant look like whatever. It's not like it has to be red. Mario language? I mean, it does. I think Mario language is Japanese, if we're being honest. I fucked that up really badly. I went for recorner too late. I like decided too late to recorner, and then I was like, eh. Mugen language. That could be anything. Portuguese. That's already the Aura language. Ah, the DP. He plays too risky. This is the saddest thing you'll ever see. Oh, never mind. It's not this time. When does that happen? I don't remember who I'm fighting. Not the saddest thing you'll ever see. It's a very ordinary thing. Maybe that was versus Cruz. Oh, I spoiled it. There's a few languages where Aura means gold. Spanish is not the only one. I mean, Italian's not the only one. I think it is in Spanish as well. I don't know about Portuguese. I think it's not. I think it's not in Portuguese. I think Portuguese is something similar. I had to jump in there. It would have been nice, but it wouldn't have won me the round. Oh, look at me. That was just me praying. This was also just me praying. Ah. You hate to see it. Aura with a U. Probably pronounced the same. Ah, I tried that combo again because I was max range. Oh, lucky. Got a raw jump in. That was fortunate. You have a friend named Ario? What's the weirdest name you've ever seen? My mom used to teach Sunday school. And I only did one. There were two brothers who went through the years of Sunday school. Like one of them was like 2 years older than the other one. They both came every week. And one of the brothers was Cutler, Cutler, and the other one was Kaiser, um, Ki or Kaiser. Cutler and Kaiser. My mom used to always complain, like, what the fuck is up with those names? The fuck is Cutler? It's like cutlery. Ah, didn't wait long enough. It's hard to pick that up on shadows. Kaiser, yeah. Did I say it like that? I tried and I failed. Kaiser. like how Caesar is technically pronounced, if you pronounce it correctly. If you pronounce it as the Romans would pronounce it in ancient Rome. Uh, you guys remember that shit with did anyone ever see the Squire Sebastian Senator? Does that ring any bells for anyone? It's a story that went around the internet a few years ago. It's fantastic. There was a woman who canceled her baby shower because everyone was making fun of the name she was going to give to her baby. And the name was Squire Sebastian Senator. That was all his first name. What's funny was the fucking post she made where she was canceling the baby shower. Because she's like, I can't believe all of you are making fun of a baby. It's like, bitch, not making fun of the baby. They're making fun of you. Baby didn't name itself. Baby did nothing wrong. Squire Sebastian Senator. Squire doesn't sound like a. She was like, oh, the name conveys power. We come from a long line of squires and senators. I'm like, what the fuck is a line of senators? I mean, such a thing exists, but it's not like senator is like some like basic profession. And also, like, squire doesn't really communicate power to me. Ah. Imagine fucking what other kids are gonna say when you introduce yourself as Squire Sebastian Senator. And she was super particular about it too. Nice parries. He was like, she was like, everyone has to refer to him by his full name. It has to be Squire Sebastian Senator. It can't just be fucking Sebastian. They can't only say one of the names. They have to say all of them. It's like, do you think you're being a bit dumb? Ah. If I did jump right now, so I actually won there. I was gonna be pretty close to a dizzy. I could have done Crutch Fierce Reset, EX Stones, and potentially got the dizzy. And then I would have just killed him. That all could have come from that one combo. What Vidya name would you give your kid? Sephiroth. Just kidding, that'd be a horrible one. I'd have to make it sneaky if it was like my actual kid. I'd have to like sneak in a video game name. It'd have to be like one that you wouldn't immediately think of a video game. Sid is a nice name. I honestly feel like Sid is a little bit cleaner seeing it written with a C instead of a oh, a miracle jump in. Don't you love to see it? Seeing Sid written with a C looks a little nicer than written with an S, I feel. Mario Zelda Doom Guy, maybe. That's like the worst name I've ever seen in my life. Maybe Fusro Sephiroth. What do you guys think of that name? See that parry into block? That was me baiting the DP cancel. What do you guys think of that? What about that read? I think it was pretty good. I think it was a pretty good read. Name your kid Zero Suit Samus. Name your kid Zero Suit Fox. Do you guys know about that? There was like a fucking Twitter meme years ago where someone had a fetish for Fox wearing Samus' Zero Suit. That didn't punish, and also it only chipped on the last hit. I could have died. The masked salesman? He's not masked, he just has masks. He's just the mask salesman. That's a high level name. Middle-aged man from Sonic 06. Imagine you name your kid Middle-aged man. I think that jump medium kick was a punish. Then I had to do something fast afterward. I'm so surprised that wasn't a punish. That was super weird. My thought is that he ducked the second hit and then he stood late into the second hit. Because normally reversal super punishes that, and he got reversal. But it's only one hit on a crouching opponent, so I think like the early frames of the second hit whiffed, and then he stood into the second hit, and then he got reversal super. And normally it's like a 1 frame punish, and because it didn't hit on the first frame, it turned into a 0 frame punish. I.e., I was able to block it. Some Kens are Kenneth, some Kens are not. It's neither or. Isn't it kind of weird to think that Hank is short for Henry? I'm sure there are a lot of fucking Hanks where the Hank is just on the birth certificate and Henry's not even in the picture. Oof. Yeah, I know. Holy shit. What about Chad for Charles? Dick and Richard, that's a weird one. Bob and Robert. Alright, you want another one where I'm just like, how did this happen? Is Peggy short for Margaret? What happened? Someone named Margaret just got called Peggy one time. Jesus. Joshua is a corruption of Jesus' original name. It was like Yeshua or something like that, which became Joshua across different languages. Ah. Help. I'm being bullied. Wasn't there a Joshua in the Bible? Was he before or after Christ? It's weird to think that Christ might have just had a regular name for the time. And yet that's almost certainly how it happened. That probably was an existing name. Here I am. If it happened at all, I mean. Ah, oh, second hit. I get less charging when that happens. Cool. Old Testament. Look at that. Some lore. Multiple Joshuas. They're everywhere. Next you're going to tell me there's multiple Josephs. You hate to see it. You guys see that? There it was. I remembered it happened. Damn, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. He got all those cool parries. And he just died. GG's, GG's. Good games, Rom.